India is no stranger to heat. Yet, 2024 is different. Temperatures are soaring to record highs. This year is predicted to be the hottest on record for India. The heat wave is relentless, affecting millions across the country. This isn't just weather, it's a stark warning of a planet in distress. Scientists are clear. These extreme weather events are directly linked to climate change. The burning of fossil fuels is a major contributor. The excessive release of greenhouse gases traps heat in the atmosphere. This leads to a rise in global temperatures and fuels extreme weather events like the heat wave gripping India. The consequences are devastating. We see more intense heat waves. Droughts are becoming more common. Glaciers are melting at alarming rates. Sea levels are rising, threatening coastal communities. This isn't just about hotter days, it's about the future of our planet. We have a responsibility to act. We cannot ignore the science. We must transition away from fossil fuels. Renewable energy sources are crucial in this fight. We must embrace sustainable practices in all aspects of our lives. Heat waves are natural phenomena. However, the intensity and frequency we are witnessing are not. Climate change is a significant factor. The Earth's atmosphere is like a greenhouse. Greenhouse gases trap heat from the sun. This process is essential for life. Human activities, particularly the burning of fossil fuels, release excessive greenhouse gases. This disrupts the natural balance. The increased concentration of these gases traps more heat. This leads to a gradual warming of the planet, known as global warming. As temperatures rise, weather patterns change. Heat waves become more frequent and severe. They last longer and affect larger geographical areas. India, with its tropical climate, is exceptionally vulnerable to these changes. The 2024 heatwave is a harsh reminder of this vulnerability. The science is clear. The link between human activities and climate change is undeniable. We must act now to mitigate the impacts. The future of our planet and the well-being of future generations depends on it. India's forests are vital ecosystems. They are home to diverse flora and fauna. They play a crucial role in regulating the climate. They absorb carbon dioxide and release oxygen. Forests act as natural buffers against extreme weather events. The intense heat wave is taking a toll on these vital ecosystems. Forests are drying out, making them susceptible to wildfires. The risk of large-scale forest fires is significantly high. These fires release massive amounts of carbon dioxide back into the atmosphere. This exacerbates climate change, creating a vicious cycle. The loss of forests also impacts local communities. Many indigenous communities depend on forests for their livelihoods. They provide food, water, and other resources. Protecting our forests is crucial. We must implement sustainable forestry practices. We need to restore degraded forests. Raising awareness about the importance of forests is essential. Preserving these ecosystems is not just about protecting nature, but also about safeguarding our future. The impact of the heatwave is most severe on vulnerable communities. Rural populations, particularly those dependent on agriculture, are bearing the brunt. Crops are failing due to the extreme heat and lack of rainfall. Water sources are drying up, leading to severe water scarcity. The health consequences are dire. Heat stroke and dehydration are on the rise. Hospitals are overwhelmed with patients suffering from heat-related illnesses. The elderly and children are particularly vulnerable. The heat wave exacerbates existing inequalities. Access to basic amenities like electricity and clean water is limited in many areas. This makes it even more challenging to cope with the extreme heat. The government and aid organizations are working tirelessly to provide relief. However, the scale of the crisis is immense. Addressing the root causes of climate change is crucial. We need policies that promote sustainable development. Providing access to basic amenities and healthcare is essential. We must empower communities to adapt to the changing climate. Our collective action is vital to protect the most vulnerable among us. Our planet is in peril. The 2024 heatwave in India is a stark reminder of this reality. We cannot afford to be complacent. The time for action is now. We must act decisively to mitigate the impacts of climate change. The science is clear. Human activities are driving global warming. The burning of fossil fuels, deforestation, and unsustainable practices are pushing our planet to the brink. The consequences are already being felt around the world, from extreme weather events to rising sea levels. We have a moral imperative to act. Future generations will inherit a world shaped by our choices today. Let us not bequeath them a planet ravaged by climate change. Let us leave behind a legacy of responsibility and action. The challenge before us is immense, but not insurmountable. We have the knowledge, the technology, and the resources to address this crisis. What we need now is the collective will to act. Addressing climate change requires a global effort. International cooperation is key. We must work together to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. Developed nations have a responsibility to lead the way. They have contributed significantly to the current crisis. They have the resources and infrastructure to transition to cleaner technologies. Developing nations need support in their efforts to adapt to climate change. Technology transfer and financial assistance are crucial. But it's not just about governments and institutions. Each of us has a role to play. We can make sustainable choices in our daily lives. Reduce your carbon footprint by using public transportation, cycling, or walking whenever possible. Conserve energy at home by using energy-efficient appliances and reducing water consumption. Support businesses that prioritize sustainability. Make your voice heard. Demand action from your elected officials. Together we can create a movement for change. Every action, no matter how small, makes a difference. Section 7. Renewable energy, a beacon of hope. Transitioning to renewable energy sources is crucial. Solar, wind, hydro, and geothermal energy offer clean and sustainable alternatives to fossil fuels. India has made significant strides in recent years in expanding its renewable energy capacity. The country is blessed with abundant solar and wind resources. Investing in renewable energy infrastructure is essential. This will create jobs, reduce carbon emissions, and enhance energy security. Technological advancements are making renewable energy increasingly affordable and efficient. Governments must implement policies that incentivize the adoption of renewable energy. Feed-in tariffs, tax breaks, and net metering policies can encourage individuals and businesses to switch to clean energy sources. Research and development in renewable energy technologies are crucial. We need to continue to innovate and improve the efficiency of existing technologies. The transition to a clean energy future is not only necessary, but also economically viable. It is an investment in our planet's health and our own well-being. Section 8. Sustainable practices, small steps, big impact. Sustainable practices are not just about grand gestures. They are about making conscious choices in our daily lives. Simple actions can have a significant impact. Reduce, reuse, and recycle. Embrace a minimalist lifestyle. Avoid single-use plastics. Compost organic waste. Grow your own food. Support local farmers markets. These small steps, when adopted by millions, can lead to a significant reduction in our environmental footprint. Education and awareness are key. We need to educate ourselves and future generations about the importance of sustainable living. Schools, communities, and the media all have a role to play in raising awareness. Changing our consumption patterns is essential. We need to move away from a culture of consumerism and embrace a more sustainable way of life. Remember, every action counts. By making conscious choices, we can all contribute to a healthier planet. Section 9. Education, the seed of change. Education is the most powerful tool we have in the fight against climate change. We need to educate ourselves and future generations about the science, the impacts, and the solutions. Environmental education should be integrated into school curricula at all levels. Children need to learn about the interconnectedness of all living things and the importance of protecting our planet. Universities and research institutions should prioritize climate change research. We need to continue to advance our understanding of this complex issue and develop innovative solutions. Public awareness campaigns can play a crucial role in disseminating information and promoting sustainable practices. The media has a responsibility to report on climate change accurately and responsibly. Raising awareness is not enough. We need to empower individuals to take action. Provide them with the knowledge, skills, and resources to make sustainable choices. Education is the seed of change. By sowing the seeds of knowledge, we can cultivate a generation that is equipped to tackle the climate crisis. Section 10. Our shared responsibility. The climate crisis is a global challenge that requires a global response. We are all interconnected. What happens in one part of the world affects us all. The 2024 heatwave in India is a stark reminder of this interconnectedness. We cannot afford to be divided on this issue. We must come together as a global community and work collaboratively to find solutions. It is our shared responsibility to protect our planet for present and future generations. Let us not be remembered as the generation that knew about climate change but failed to act. Let us be the generation that turned the tide, that embraced sustainability, and that secured a livable future for all. The time for action is now. The future of our planet and the well-being of generations to come depends on the choices we make today. Let us choose wisely. Let us choose action. Let us choose hope.